At the age of 19, you don't always know what you have to be doing. You don't always know what the next plan of action is or what you need to be doing at every point in time. You don't have your life all figured out. And it's normal. It's something expected because even the more you progress in age doesn't mean you become clear on everything in life. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about how 19-year-old can actually navigate through life through these principles, which I'll be talking about in this video. And it's very understandable that at the age of 19, we tend to compare ourselves to the lives we see online. We tend to see success in the line or in the eyes of people content we watch online. And then we have this misconception in terms of the pursuit of success. Then we tag our inaction as something not good enough. We tag our effort, our efficiency as not being enough. And then we discard every idea we get at every glimpse of time because of how we have seen success in the lens of others. So at the age of 19, we need to focus more on trying to be self discovered, to discover yourself in a way that is designed by yourself. And when you are discovering yourself, you need to try things. You need to try things, even if you fail, even if you stumble, you just give things a try. Once you have like an interest in it, then you pick up that thing of interest and you give it a try. Because failure isn't the end of it, failure is just like a training ground. And when you begin to embrace failure more at this age, then you'll be prepared more for the amount of success that awaits you in the future. And one of the things that makes the 19-year-old to view success in a different lens is due to comparison. Social media has created a space in which we can compare ourselves to lives of people that we have little idea of how they were able to develop the success that they are living in. And then that makes us have this kind of low self-esteem to ourselves that, oh, because of this TikTok model has like 30 million subscribers, or she has like a nice body, she has this, then you begin to make yourself seem inferior or belittle yourself because of you have not gotten to that level at which you see online, the filtered lives you see online. Because most of the lifestyles you see online, some aren't true, some are true, but not all are true. So having this sense of a designed life for yourself helps you to navigate life more easier as a 19-year-old. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 3 ways at which you can navigate a designed life for yourself. Firstly, you need to decide what you want. It means that you are clear on what you want. Not that you have the full clarity, but to an extent, you are clear on the kind of things you want for yourself and the kind of things you don't want for yourself. When I begin to ask people that, oh, what do you want for yourself? You begin to name a list of things of, oh, I want to be wealthy, I want to live a big life, I want to drive the fanciest car, I want to live the model type of life. We all know what we want, even though we have not like be clear on what a particular we want for ourselves. But we all know what we want and the things we don't want. So when you become more clear on what you want, it helps you to navigate life faster because now you'll be able to pay the price for what you want. Because now you are clear on what you want, then you're able to pay the price because you want it. So when you are able to discover yourself, to know what you want and what you like, what you don't like, then you'll be able to navigate life faster as a 19-year-old. So secondly, you need to write it down. One of the key things in life is writing things down because things you keep in your brain you may forget. Our brain keeps going through a lot of things daily. We process a lot of messages daily and we tend to forget the most important things. But when you pen it down, when you write it down, you'll be able to remember that, yeah, you wrote something down, even if you forget. But when you open the book, you remember that, oh, I wrote this down. So when you write things down, you tend to remember faster than when you don't write it down. And the joy of writing this down is that it gives you this sense of force that, yeah, you have a commitment now. Because when you just commit something to yourself in memory, you may tend to forget. You have a lot of things you are going through the day, even as a teenager. As a 19-year-old, there are a lot of things that you are passing through daily. And then if you don't try to be more intentional on what you are pursuing, you may forget it and you may lose track of what you are trying to pursue. So the third point I'm going to be talking about is set goals. We all have different goals. We all have what we tag as our goals, but you have to set the goals not because of what you want to get, but because of who you will become through those goals. So when you're setting a goals, think of the kind of person that attains this type of goal you're trying to set. If you're setting a goal to be well built, like in the next year or in the next 30 days, you think of a person that is well built, that's a gymnast or a person that goes to the gym. So what will a person that goes to the gym does? You won't be taking junk food and stuff like that. So you have to be specific about it. And the more specific you are, the more you're able to attain it. So when you are specific on what you want to do or what you want to attain, then it will be more easier for you to become the person that is that kind of character or identity you are trying to attain. And another thing to do is keep the old list. When you have attained a goal or when you have a list of goals to attain, and even if you haven't attained it all, always keep the list, because a time will come when you may have forgotten about it, and then you will still remember through the list you have kept. And when you see the list, you'll be like, oh, I even forgot that I wrote this particular goal. And then when you eventually achieve it, you'll be remembered through that old list. So the joy of having the old list, see how far you have come. Because some things that matter to you now, or some things that mattered to you before, may not matter anymore. Some things that you are struggling with now may not struggle with them anymore. Some things that you prioritize now, you may not prioritize them anymore. So keep the old list. It's a way of looking at how much you have progressed as a 19-year-old, and that helps you to see how fast you have grown and live the life of design for yourself. And lastly, check out your list. So the fun thing about keeping the list, writing your goals, knowing what you want, is to check it out, because you have that liberty to yourself that, okay, so I plan to achieve this and I've been striving to get it, and then I finally attained it. Then you tick the list, and you can add some spice to it by getting yourself something. You can treat yourself to a meal, or that's something special that you can just gift yourself for actually being able to attain this particular goal. It gives you this drive to go for more. It gives you this drive to know that, yeah, there's more you can attain because of the kind of person you have been shaped to become through all this process. So being a 19-year-old is a lot of struggle, because you don't know what you should be doing or what path to tread on. But the more you become clear on the kind of person you want to be, or the more you know yourself more, the more you become self-aware, then you're able to tread on the path much easier. And anyone watching the video too, you may not be 19, or you may not be 19, you may be in your 30s, in your 20s, but still, I guess some people can relate to what I'm talking about right now. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.